beautiful morning to you this morning. This is Carnival Radio Breakfast Show newspaper review segment, and I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. So on the show this morning, we'll bring you newspaper headlines from the Punch newspaper, the Vanguard, the Nation, and the Daily Post newspaper. We have headlines such as Ibadan indigents caution fire shade over claim of plot to remove Ladoja. And from the Vanguard newspaper, we have ADC fixes May 12 inauguration as Mark Camp tightens grip on state escorts. And on the Nation newspaper, we have 93-year-old medical doctor in NDLEA net for drug trafficking. And also from the Daily Post newspaper, we have Nance raises alarm over repeated civilian deaths in air operations. So now we go into the news in details. Okay, the story from the Punch newspaper. The Central Council of Ibadan Indigents on Sunday came down to former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose over his comments alleging a plot by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde to remove the Olubadan of Ibadan land. President General Ajeniyi Ajewole made this known in a statement released by the council's publicity secretary, Kola Olomide in Ibadan, the state capital, who said Fayose's comments were not only misleading but also dangerous attempt to politicize traditional institutions in the state. It also called that Fayose had on Sunday on his X handle claimed that Governor Makinde was planning to depose the Olubadan Oba Ladoja, a statement that has triggered strong reactions from stakeholders in the state. Ajewole warned that Fayose's remark could create unnecessary tension in the city, known for its respect for traditional order. He therefore cautioned Fayose against making statements capable of misleading the public or creating distrust among residents. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. Ibadan indigents cautioned Fayose over claim of plot to remove Ladoja. Alright, we'll take this one from the Vanguard newspaper on politics. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, has fixed May 12, 2026 for the inauguration of its newly elected state executive as the David Mark-led leadership pushes ahead to consolidate its holds on party despite ongoing internal crisis. By proceeding with the inauguration, the Mark camp is moving to formalize its authority across the state, even as disputes, court cases, and rival group claims continue of trial the Congress in parts of the country. The announcement was contained in a statement by the party National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, who spoke on behalf of the leadership yesterday. The party also said the inauguration will go ahead as scheduled, with changes to be communicated by its National Working Committee. Speaking further, Abdullahi said that the party is pleased to announce the formal inauguration of the newly elected um, executive. It also said that as they prepare to resume office, they urge all elected officials to remain steadfast in their dedication to the ideals and vision of the party. This news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. ADC fixes May 12 inauguration as Markham tightens grip on state escorts. To take another one from the Daily Post newspaper away from the political sphere. The National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) Zone E Stakeholders Forum has condemned the recent airstrike by the Nigerian Air Force that reportedly struck a busy market along the Borno-Yobe border, killing scores of civilians. In a statement issued on Sunday, the students' body described the incident as tragic, avoidable, and unprofessional, alleging that the airstrike mistakenly hit Gili Market, a crowded weekly trading hub, instead of intended insurgent attack. The forum claimed that as many as 200 people were killed, with dozen others sustaining injuries. The operation was reportedly conducted under Operation Hindin Kai, a military campaign targeting insurgent groups in the northeast, including Boko Haram and Islamic State West African province. The statement also warned that repeated incidents of this nature could raise serious concerns about the safety of residents in conflict-affected community. This news was sourced from the Daily Post newspaper. NANS raises alarm over repeated civilian deaths in air operations. Another one from the Nation newspaper. A 93-year-old great-grandpa, Pa Friday Ahukuna Chigbu, and a 69-year-old medical doctor, Chudik Daniel Afomata, has been arrested by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLA) for trafficking skunk, various cannabis, and cocaine. Director Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters Abuja, Femi Baba Femi, in a statement said that Pa Chugbu was arrested at his home in Umadigba, Amavo Village, Osiosama local government area of Abia State last Tuesday during a search on his residence where 7.7 kilograms of skunks, a strain of cannabis, were recovered. The suspect claimed he was a truck pusher, moved to painting and tiling before going to the illicit drug business over a year ago. Baba Femi also said efforts to unravel local collaborators of an international drug syndicate paid when an Ivorian, Michael, 41, was arrested at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano with 82 wraps of cocaine weighing 1.49 kilograms, and a 69-year-old medical doctor, Chudi Daniel, nabbed in a follow-up in Ogun State. According to the statement, Michael Gohari, also known as Anua Onyinye Michael, was arrested on February 16th this year during the clearance of passengers on the Ethiopian airline flight. Babafemi said 3 suspects, Aziz Sani, Olayinka Oke, and Adekunle Adeyemi, were arrested with 34 kilograms of skunk when NDLEA operatives raided Songo Under Bridge, Shango Ota in Ogun State last Tuesday. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. 93-year-old medical doctor in NDLA net for drug trafficking. On the last story we would be taking on this newspaper review segment of Carnival Breakfast Show from the Nation newspaper with the headline, Police Arrest Man 23 for allegedly severing child head in Ibadan. A 23-year-old man has been allegedly severed the head of a 6-year-old girl, Mutiyatu Sunday, at Adigun village in Olorunda, Ogunshola, Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The State Police Command's Public Relations Officer, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Ayanlade Olayinka, made this known in a statement yesterday. Olayinka said the incident happened on Sunday. He noted that the command received information that a young girl had been unlawfully killed with her head severed, found in possession of the suspect at Adigun village. He said the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Abimbola Olubenga, upon receiving the information, promptly mobilized operatives to the scene to rescue the suspect from a mob and secure the severed head. He said the suspect would later be transferred to the State's Criminal Investigations Department, CID, for discreet investigations and prosecution. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Police arrest man 23 for allegedly severing child's head in Ibadan. We've come to the end of Carnival Breakfast Show newspaper review segment. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening. We want to implore you that you can always stay informed with the latest updates on news and information by checking out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. Once again, I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemugogo. Do have a very pleasant Monday.